Welcome to the Mother Daughter-ish podcast. It's your mama's favorite podcast.
And the podcast your daughter always wanted.
This is Miss Dawn.
And Angelique.
From the 713. Houston, y'all. Get connected and stay connected weekly as new shows debut on Sunday, Wednesday, and please check out our Saturday Out and About showcases.
Enjoy the show. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, and tell every woman on the planet that you know about our show.
Here's our show for today. I always get excited when we can share something that we've elaborated a little bit on another show, but we feel like it's important for us to talk about the whole thing. So we took a little trip out to Atascocita, Texas. If you haven't heard of Atascocita, it's out there by Kingwood and Humble. And we went over to a little store that I've been going to for more than 15 years called A Gift of Health. And the owner there is an amazing woman that I met at a health fair 15 years ago. And she did some iridology for me and other things, hand analysis. And her name is Shelly Olbermans. And she's a naturopathic doctor. So if you're into naturopathic doctors and you love natural health, this would be interesting for you to know about. And for those of you who don't live within the Houston or outskirts of the city limits or even in Texas at all, you can place your orders over the phone and have them shipped to you. She's got videos on her website and all of that. If you do live in the surrounding areas of Greater Houston or any of the outskirts, she is in Atascocita. We are not going to give you the address today because she's moving in about a month, but what I am going to do is two things right now. I'm going to tell you her phone number, and I'm going to tell you what all she does. And when I say all, I mean just what's on the door, but there's much more when you get inside. Again, it's called A Gift of Health, and the owner is Shelly Olbermans, and she's a naturopathic doctor. And the phone number to that location is 281-540-4372. Again, 281-540-4372. And she's in Atascocita, Texas. I will tell you, she is probably the most degreed naturopathic doctor I've ever met in my entire life, and I do know two others that are very, very, very knowledgeable and into a lot of different types of healing products and things like that are natural, but she is the most degreed, knowledgeable naturopathic doctor I've ever met. And then for her to own her own health food store, because when you get there it said health food store, right?
Wellness food store, something like that. Yeah,
right. So Angie's gonna read to you all of the things that she has to offer, and I can tell you I've had a lot of them done.
Hair.
Is she open? Samples of your hair, and they do a complete DNA test, and it will tell you everything that needs to be repaired in your body, organs, everything. It does what she tell me, 100 and something, 200 something page report on you, because she sends it literally off to a lab, and then when they get the report back, she gives you your whole book, and it'll tell you what you need to do to help yourself health wise. Is that wild or what?
It is.
It is. I love it though. It's like about $250 to have it done, but I think it's worth it.
Oh yeah. Even the iridology, which is next.
So we talked about that on our iridology show. So if you did not get a chance to hear that show, see that show, definitely go back onto YouTube and look at the one that's iridology-ish. Or if you listen to it on audio, it's going to be the one that says iridology-ish show. We've got a lot of information. We mentioned her in that particular show. So if you want to know anything about that, just go back and watch that other show.
This is all in caps, so I don't know if it's Zyto, ZYTO scan.
So that's what they have as far as like the hand analysis, where it will also tell you what vitamins are depleted in your body. I know when I had it the last time, there were a few things that I needed that I already knew when I went there. I know I needed iodine. I knew I needed to pump up my vitamin D, and I went to D3 at that point, which were more units, and some prebiotics and probiotics and things like that. So when you do a hand analysis, it gives you like a 6-page report as well on anything that you're deficient in or anything that's overly, doing it inside of your body. So we're talking about you on a cellular level. We're talking about you on an organ-based level inside of your body.
I just found out last week that I was very low, not extremely low, but very low in vitamin D.
How did you know? Oh, from your
test. I went and got a blood test.
Did you get some vitamin D?
Oh yeah, I got it from the the pharmacy. Anyway, put your hands up, open your lungs. I tear everybody.
I'm just asking, did you get some vitamin D?
Yes.
Did you get it from the health food store, Sprouts? Or did they prescribe something? Or what?
They prescribed it. But
so it's going to be good stuff then.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a month supply, and I take one daily.
Did they happen to tell you what the number's supposed to be and then what your number is? Because I don't even know what those numbers are.
I just have in the report in my car
Okay.
What it was, but it's in other terms. I don't know.
Okay, cool.
This one is all in all caps. FAR.
And
F-A-R.
it's funny that you say that because remember last week I was telling you that I was looking at this thing that this guy was doing. He did a report on not every person, but millions and somebody people. He did a whole documentary on millions of people who died during the pandemic. That 97 to 98% of them were deficient in vitamin D and D3, and that was the commonality in every single one of them that died. So it's just interesting that and especially in African American women. So I thought that report was very interesting. Okay, what was the next thing after that?
This is FAR as in all caps. FAR infrared sauna.
Oh yeah, FAR infrared sauna. That's where you can get in and sweat out all the toxins in your body. A lot of med spas are offering that now. A lot of body contouring professionals are offering that right now. If you care, you could go on to any online store and a far infrared bed type size, like a twin size bed type one that you can just put up on your body and zip yourself in it and let everything sweat out. They only cost about $65. So just so people know, you can do your own far infrared sauna right in the house. And what it does is the infrared inside of it helps to melt fat.
Yeah.
So you could get that and just do it on the bottom half up to under the breast. Or if you want to get the one, they have one for just your arms. So there's a lot of ways that you can melt fat, but I like the one that you can put on all the way and just cover up, for women, just cover up the front part of the breast. And then what it does is it also melts the fat on your back. And all you have to do is lay in your bed while it melts your fat.
And sweat, yeah.
Yeah, and sweat. $65. Now, they do have some that are $100, $200, $300. But if you don't need all of that.
Stuff, yeah.
No. One of them is made like a tent where you could sit in your living room and do it and sit in a little chair.
Yeah. That's what's on the corner. Okay.
And sit in a little chair. So there are different types. There's the single size. There's the sit down size. There's the tent size. And then there's the big size that you can take and wrap. So there's different ones. I'm just saying a simple personal one that you could travel with would be $65. So.
Yeah, I like the one she had. They also do vibration therapy, foot detox.
And if you don't know what the foot detox is, it's like an iodine type machine. I have one actually in there. And it comes with a solution that helps to bring the toxins out. A lot of people don't believe in it because they feel like it doesn't work. But I've had it done. And I believe it works. And let me tell you why. Because when you get from under it and you wash your feet off and everything, you literally feel dizzy. You feel like you've been gone through a fight or something. So I've had it done maybe 2 times and I liked it. That's why I bought one for myself. I haven't done it at home yet, but I did buy it for myself just to be able to detox once a month. The feet draw down all of the toxins, because you do have a lot of metals and different things in your body from what you eat, from the products you put on your body. So,
I saw that documentary
which one?
About Brittany Murphy on HBO Max.
They didn't tell me.
I thought I did.
I like her.
I was trying to, it was called What Really Happened.
On what?
HBO Max.
Okay. Let me write that down.
They had 2 parts, so it's about 2 hours. But yeah, they found a lot of metal from her hair dyes and hair stuff
in her body when they did an autopsy or something.
Like a whole lot of metal.
Oh, what is it called?
I think it's What Really Happened to Brittany Murphy.
Yeah, I thought it was
they got
weird.
into her husband and stuff. They got deeper into that.
But wasn't it weird that after she died, then he died, and then it was just weird.
The same way.
What was the way? Did they say she died?
Well, they had mold in the house, so they was getting sick with that. It was really bad mold. They was getting sick with that and both doing the same type of pills. So her immunity, she couldn't. They was getting short of breath, and eventually.
But the mold did play a part.
The mold did play. It was mold and pills.
Jeez.
Can't imagine, but yeah.
What kind of pills?
It
was more than one.
No, they had so many pills they had to go under an alias after. They got pills under Brittany Murphy name, and then I guess you get cut off when you try to get so much.
Yeah, that's why
And
they
then
put you
use
in
an
that
alias.
system and ask to see your ID and stuff.
Yeah,
But are we
got
talking
me.
about like what kind of peel? I don't know.
I mean,
what
from
people use.
antidepressants, opiates, all kind of
okay.
stuff,
So
like
all kind of
narcotics,
stuff.
all kind
Okay.
of stuff.
So they would just like have different ailments and keep just getting pills.
Mm-hmm. Alias, yeah.
I liked her. I
I
really
really
did
did
like
too.
her. That movie she played with Ashton Kutcher, just
That was my favorite.
I
yeah.
watched it about 2 months ago. The one where they got married.
It's on Hulu, yeah.
Yeah. That's where I watched
And
it. I
HBO
just was
Max, yeah.
flipping through there and I watched it and I was like, you know what? I still like this movie, and I can still every 3 to 5 years I'll have a flavor for wanting to go and watch it. Yeah, I thought she was gonna be really amazing. I thought her mom was a little weird.
Oh, I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, her
'Cause
mom
they had
was
even
weird.
said that
Her
her
mom
and the
was
guy
acting
was
weird.
having an affair. Or
Yeah, they
something.
were sleeping in the same bed after.
Yeah, that was weird. Okay, on from there. What else does she
'Cause
offer?
that could be a whole episode.
Like, that right there is the whole.
So after you
discovery.
watch that, then let me know.
Yeah, I gotta watch that one because
Temperament
you know I like her. I'm
analysis?
surprised you ain't tell me about
I
that because
just saw it the other
we
day.
both like her. Okay, and what was the other one?
Temperament analysis. What's that?
I don't know. She's added a lot of new things in the last 3 years.
And
so I
ear
don't know.
candling. What I want to do.
Oh, remind me to give you those ear candles today, or you could do it right here. But I'll
Don't
give them to you.
somebody? Can you do that by yourself? I've also seen people put.
I got certified to do it back in the day, but I never found people who wanted to pay a fair price, and I'm just like, I don't work for free.
I've seen people put hydrogen peroxide in their ear, and when they get done sizzling in your ear, you just
Yeah, I do that. That's why. That's really the only reason I keep peroxide is for that.
I need to keep that on deck. But yeah, those she got about 2, 4, 6, 8 different services.
And that's just what's on the door when you drive up. That doesn't even include all of the different vitamins. And what I like about her store too is that anything you can get in liquid, you can also get in a pill form. What I also was telling you before we went there, I was saying, one thing I like about her store, and there's a lot of different places you can buy your vitamins at, but something that I'm very aware of is the reason I don't buy vitamins at big chain retail stores is because a lot of them are very synthetic because they have to get it out to the masses. So it's going to be watered down and chopped down to get out to the masses so that, everybody can get a little piece of something. But sometimes those synthetic vitamins harm you more than anything. But a lot of her vitamins, and she already knows me. She knows I don't want anything with GMO. She knows I want everything to be natural. She knows that I don't want any kind of dyes or chemicals or anything, but I want the pure whatever it's supposed to be. So she already knows when I go in there and say, hey, I need iodine. Do you want the pill form or do you want the liquid? I did make a change this year, and I changed all of my vitamins from pill to liquid, but now I'm going back to pill because I'm going to tell you what. You do not want to taste some of these vitamins. Like, for example, oregano. You do not want to taste liquid oregano in your tea.
I can't imagine.
Mess up the whole tea. It just
You can't
throw
do
the whole
everything in
tea
liquid
away
now.
because it is so powerful and it is so strong, but the taste stays on just in the back of your throat, and that little thing that hangs back. It just the flavor stays there even 2 days later, but you have to take it every day. Okay,
I do a
it's like
pill.
drinking a bottle of perfume or something.
What's it good for?
Oregano? Oh, it's antioxidant. I mean, it's so good for inflammation. It's good for so many things. And a lot of people don't understand, especially if you're a meat eater, that you get a lot of inflammation, and it attaches to your limbs. It attaches to like your elbows. It attaches to your knees, which causes arthritis.
True.
I mean, that's just from eating meat, So it's like if you can consume less meat, then you'll probably have less issues. But if you consume meat, you need to be taking some kind of something that helps with it. Iodine doesn't have a real taste. Zinc doesn't have a real taste. But there are just some vitamins that I have that it literally would just put you on the floor. So nasty. And when I say nasty, I'm saying it's an acquired taste that you got to get used to. But if you don't want that on it ain't even about a breath thing. It's about it stays on your taste buds forever. But when you take a pill, you don't get to taste it. Now my iron pills.
I was going to ask you about that. You have the liquid one, right?
I had
That
to
is
change back to pill. But even the smell of the pill, you have to hurry up, throw it down your mouth and drink as much as you can because it is gross. And I'm just like, can we
So you wanted to
please?
stop swallow. You didn't want to have to take all those supplements and pills. So you went to liquid, and now liquid tastes. I can only
Now
imagine.
the liquid just.
What's the worst one you've had so far?
Oh gosh. The one that I have in the refrigerator right now that I bought brand new that I can't. And I thought if I covered it with mint that it would help. But what is
no.
it called? Chlorophyll.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
A teaspoon just kills me.
You don't like to dilute it with water? You like to just
because I want to hurry up.
Yeah.
See, if I got to sip on it all day long, that's going to turn me off.
You don't like to chug stuff, huh?
No. And I tried it. I added a little lemon in it. I infused it with a little this and a little that. And I just can't. But I don't like spending money for stuff and then don't take it. Because, I'll be looking at them expiration dates and everything on it. But when you go over to Shelly's location, which she is going to be moving 1 mile away, still in Atascocita, but just a mile down the road to a different spot. Her place is so cute. It's got, I'll just start from the front door. She's got different samples of things that you can try. She's got essential oils, and I buy a lot of my essential oils from her because they seem to be really good and pure. She's got frankincense, she's got myrrh, she's got orange this and blood orange that, and just so many things that smell good. I like to take some of the essential oils and just like put them in your hand and breathe them in and out when you're doing your breathing exercises or whatever, but then also putting a little bit on your neck or your chest or something so that you can continue to have that good smell. But then if you ever notice, if you do that and then you get in and out of your car continues to smell like that because it's on your steering wheel, it's in the atmosphere, it's in the fabric of the, and I have like a diffuser in my car that goes into the lighter thing where I can add a little essential oil into purified water, and then it'll just blow out. And I just like the car to smell good when you're just kind of driving in it or whatever. But she's got every type of natural vitamin for the body. And the other thing I have to tell you about Shelly is she doesn't get you in there and say, oh yeah, you need this, you need this, you need this, you need this, and then you walk out of there with a $300 bill. That's why the first thing she'll tell you is, let's do a hand analysis. And then let it tell you what you need. I don't know. I'm not a a medical doctor. I'm just a naturopath doctor. And what she focuses on is health from the inside out, which a lot of people try to focus on what they look like outside, but you got to focus on the health from the inside out. Like I was just telling you, I won't say the name, but I was just telling you I just watched a really good movie, and I was like, man, there's something going on with that guy. His white part of his eyes are just red and yellow, and I'm like, there's something to do with his liver. And I was like, I don't know if he drinks a lot of liquor, but that does catch up with you after a while. And he's 44 or 5 or maybe almost 50 or something, and that stuff catches up with you, and it can be seen right in your eyes. They've always said your eyes are the mirror to your soul, but I just saw that, and they showed it up close of him, and I said, ooh, you need to go check your liver, because it just, I noticed it in the movie and was like, okay, that's one of those actors all y'all women love. Y'all say
you
y'all
was there
because I am not the one.
You
I
was
never been. I never liked Idris. Oh, he was never my. No, he was never on the list. Not even when he did Daddy's Little Girls.
I just don't understand what everybody's. I mean, he.
Well, they like the accent, and a lot of women think he's like absolutely fine. But he probably is good looking. He probably is fine. I'm just not attracted to him like that, not the accent or anything. But anyway, I was a little bit concerned by seeing that. But in the health food store, and also the reason why she calls it health food store is because she does a lot of classes. And her classes have to do with healthy eating. Her classes have to do with whatever you put in your body healthy. She talks a lot about exercise and, how you should be moving your body. But with her iridology, as we spoke about on the iridology show, she talks a lot about, things that your eyes are telling that's happening in your body. Like, pre-cancer can show up in your eyes. I mean, all kinds of things can show up in your eyes by getting them checked. But, she's so knowledgeable and so, highly degreed in so much information about the body inside and out that when she told you her age, you were like, what? Because she looks about 10 or 15 years younger than what her age is. And it's just like,
she looked mid-40s.
If you can take off that many years off of you by eating right and all of these type of things. And I think one time we talked about it, she might even be vegan, I'm not sure, or vegetarian. I'm not sure which one she is, but again, I've known her about 15 maybe 20 years, and she never has wavered. She's never wavered. She's been the same, which is what I like. I don't like people that change with the wind. So since she's never wavered, I've built up a real trust with her, and now I can just walk in the door and say, and once a year when I go get my iridology and all these analysis and all these things, I follow, the regimen, and, everything gets well and, goes to normal. And I like that because I trust, her advice. I trust the different modalities that she uses as far as technology. And we all know the truth is that technology is taking over everything, even being able to determine what's going on in your body. That's why they have you take these sophisticated x-rays, and that's why they have you do these sophisticated ultrasounds and all of these things, because it can tell. They even have machines now that if you can't get a vein to get a needle in you, they can get a machine that can detect where the best vein is on you to be able, without having to keep sticking you and 15 people sticking you, and you coming out there looking like a pin cushion been stuck up, and some of us bruised, and these bruises
from last week.
I had a blood work done in June, and the little dot is still on my hand, and I had a butterfly needle put, but the little dot is just now starting to fade. But that's June. That's a month that it'll something takes
last
to
week.
phase.
It took about 6-7.
That makes no sense.
6-7 people from the staff
to try to get blood.
I literally told them before they tried to because they poked me one time in my arm right here, and they took the needle out. No blood came out at all. She was literally putting the needle in.
But did she ever even see a vein?
She says she can feel it, but also I didn't drink a lot of water before. I didn't know you're supposed to drink a lot of water. I wasn't even planning to go get a blood test when I went, but
yeah, you always do that. No, I've
never
been
she got
able
it
to do
in
it.
my. She was finna get it over here. I was like, girl, what?
They just need to see wherever that vein is. If it's in your neck, they'll get whatever, But I always tell them, look, you're gonna use a butterfly needle. We're gonna use this right hand. We're gonna use that vein right there. And if you can't get blood, we'll do it on another day. Or I'll take that cushion ball and start. And if you take that cushion ball and you start doing it, then the vein will build up. Like you can get one over here. Like I do that, you can get one over there, or you can get one over here, but you're not finna be digging all around me.
Yeah, she was.
I don't even unfold my arm. I let them know, okay, get your butterfly needle. Here it is, and they're like, oh, but we have the best nurse. I'm not trying.
Well, see, the place I went, they got a lot of nurse students, so they
that's different too.
Yeah,
that's very different than somebody
I'm
who.
not gonna be a little guinea pig.
Exactly.
But she was like,
six
you
times
think
is
that
a lot. That's a guinea pig.
No, I didn't get picked 6 times.
Oh, they had to try to get 6 people to see if they could find a vein.
I got poked maybe twice.
That's what she said. Okay.
Everything does happen.
So anyway, but I do like a gift of health. There's another lady out in Kingwood that I used to go to. That's over on Main Street in Humble, and her location is pretty awesome too. Polly Medler is her name. She's pretty awesome, but and they know each other very, very well. They refer clients to one another. One needs a little bit more than the other one has in their store, and that's makes them not competition, but that they collaborate and partner together to be able to help people. So if you are on a path of taking control of your own health and being the manager of your own health, and you really want to do it the natural way, you really want to do it the healthy way from the inside out. If you are looking for any type of analysis to see what's going on in your body and you can afford to do it, it's not as expensive as if you had to go to a doctor. Now, here's what I will tell you. When she takes all of these different analyses, they are being sent off to labs that are certified to do this. So she is partnered with different labs and things like that. So this is not her opinion on anything. These are what the facts are. When she sat down and was telling me about the hair analysis, it took her 30 to 45 minutes to explain to me, this is what's going to happen. Here's how it's done. This is what we do. Here's the places in your head where I'm going to pull the hair from. And this is what's going to happen once it gets to the lab, and then they send it back. It takes about a week or so to get it back. But then she was telling me about the booklet, because even when she does the iridology, she gives you a whole 10-page front and back thing. When she does the hand analysis, you get a page thing, and it tell you, here's where your levels are supposed to be, but here's where they are. You probably should start taking whatever. And I'm always in need of iodine and making sure that I have my iron pills and things like that. So I try to eat as many foods as I can that have high in iron. But I really, really wish I could have, at some point in life, when Dr. Sebi was alive, I really wish I could have learned. And there's a lot online, but there's just a lot more to learn. I really wish I could have heard him do his big talk where he was talking about electric food and foods that have electricity that fuels our bodies. Oh, I wish I could have heard more about that, because I would really love, and I've Googled it a lot. I wish I could get a list of all of those different electric foods that should be in our body. Probably be half of the stuff I wouldn't want to eat, but at least I can figure out how to incorporate those things into the way we eat, with eating fresh, with eating uncooked food, vegetables, not food, but vegetables and fruit, and eating natural this and that, because sugar is one thing, but natural sugar is a whole different thing if you're eating it from your fruit. And we now have a favorite place that we're going to start buying our fruit from, right? H Mart.
I'm looking up right now because I had a friend that was telling me he was using some supplements from Dr. Sebi's website.
Well, the only thing that scares me about that is Dr. Sebi's not around anymore. So obviously he's not making the vitamins, which they said that his wife was helping him to make them anyway, and she is still around, one of his wives. But I don't trust any of that simply because he's not around to okay it. And so, people will take your formulas. It's like if I was to give you the formula to how to bake a cake, you're still not going to be able to make it like me. It'll be a good replica, but it won't be me. So I've always wanted to order something from them, but I just don't trust it. So I guess I missed out on that. And there's a lot of people now coming out saying that they're just as good as him and they can cure this, that, and the other. I don't need any cures because I don't have any ailments or diseases. I just need something that's going to continue with good health, But I would love to have known more about his where he's talking about food is electricity to our body, which fuels us and gives us energy and this, that, and the other thing. So I find that very interesting. But what are some of the favorite things that you like? Because you were taking a lot of pictures. So
the foot detox I was looking at, I would want to do that next.
Oh, you saw it in there?
Yeah, I saw that in the little corner by the bathroom. I saw the little sit-down sauna she had. I liked
the one that made like a tent.
Yeah, that's
okay, so that's the one she had. Okay.
And I was looking at, she has them charted, like if people are having fertility issues, she has something for that. I was taking pictures of that, and she had a lot of her plants and stuff I was taking pictures of too, and she has sage.
Yeah, there's 6 plants that I want to get in the house, and they're all about building oxygen in you and purifying the air. And one of them is a snake plant, and I was like, ooh, I could get a lot of that stuff at the hardware store in the plant department. But there are a lot of plants that purify the air and build more oxygen. And I said, you got to get things like that in the house that'll purify the air. And if you just put a little plant here and there, I don't know if they all have to have sun, and that's the problem that has stopped me. Because if they've all got to have sun, then it's just like, where would I put them in the window? Like, I want something that I can decorate with, but I need something that's low maintenance, something like that. But again, I've known Shelly for more than 15 years, and I trust her. I listen to her advice, and I also take my health into my own hands. So no matter what she tells me, I have to be able to see that that's something that I need to correct. So if you get an opportunity and you find yourself out in the northeast side of Houston, Atascocita is not very far from 59 North. As you're leaving from the Humble area, from the Kingwood area, it's just a cute little town that's kind of like Sugar Land, kind of like Katy, kind of like some of the other small Richmond, small little areas, but it's on the northeast end of outside of Houston. And I can't wait to see what her new place is going to look like, because I bet it's
about 3 miles away.
Oh, 3. Oh, okay. I thought she said 1. Okay, so 3 miles away, but still in Atascocita, and it's still on the main street. So, for example, I like to just take Highway 6 all the way down to 1960, go over 59, and then we're in Atascocita. It's a straight ride for me. I don't be trying to go all around the freeway, get lost, and all of that. I take one road straight to her door, and I go over about every 3 to 4 months to pick up what I need to get, and I make my little way back onto my side of town. Anything else about A Gift of Health that you liked about it? You've had her iridology before, you just don't remember because I think you're like 16, but maybe you'll go back and get it again.
I had a virus I thought was like the flu or something, and it messed with my eyesight, and then I went there. Because I was supposed to take my driving test around that time, but it kept getting held off.
Because of the eyes or whatever.
Yeah, but
were you wearing glasses at that time too?
No, I didn't get glasses until after.
After, okay.
Yeah, I didn't need glasses until after, so yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. But I think that it's amazing how your eyes can tell what health issues you have going on. I think it's amazing how you can put your hand on it. Yeah, like you can put your hand on a magnetic machine that will tell you everything that's going on in your body. And you've got to know that these things are real, because nowadays robots are doing so much. And when I say robots, I don't mean like the ones that run around on the floor. I'm talking about the machines and the technology that they're using right now. They're basically machine robots. The technology is basically a robot. Just even being on social media, Instagram, Facebook, any of that stuff, it's all run by robots. That's why they call it bots, because that's robots. All of these testing machines are also run by robotic machines. That's why the STEM programs are so important, because under the science, technology, engineering, under the engineering part, you can create so many robotic programs, which really helps out with health, helps out with self-driving cars, helps out with so many things. Would you ever get a self-driving car?
I've thought about it. I've been seeing Lil Duval and his Tesla.
They now have the Uber. They're test driving right now the Uber self-driving car. Somebody was they just had it on the road the other day. So you call an Uber, you get to the door, they text you and say your Uber's here. You get out, you get in the car, and there's no one. And it says, "Hi, Angie.
I think people will be more comfortable.
24, 23, blah, 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 blah. We'll be there in 20 minutes." And then it just starts driving you.
Yeah, that's what's going to start happening too.
I've seen the pictures. They're already testing it on the highways in LA.
A lot of people would feel more comfortable with that, because there's a lot of people, in that, stuff, that they don't feel safe with. Because a lot of people won't get an Uber, like, you.
Yeah, like me.
You won't do an Uber because,
like
you don't
know the driver.
Don't ride with strangers, yeah.
Right, and they might be drunk, they could be high, their car could be dirty, their car could smell like dope. I mean, you don't know. You don't know what you're getting, because you are using average, regular people's cars, right?
I maybe ridden an Uber maybe 3 times. One time was alone to the airport, but...
Right, but not in town, though, right? For regular stuff?
Nah. I've done Uber as well,
so... Yeah. Did you get weird people?
No, I got one guy that... on the first day I did Uber, he wanted to go to Chick-fil-A, and we both didn't even realize it was Sunday.
Oh, so I still got paid, dumb. But he didn't realize it was.
I didn't.
But
either.
It's so funny how you get so hungry for Chick-fil-A on Sundays, and it's like, why didn't I think of this on Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Like, what's the trick here? But anyway, a gift of health in Atascocita. Again, they're going to be moving their address, but again, I'm going to give you the phone number, which is 281-540-4372, and it is in Atascocita, Texas. And hey, if you go over there, tell Shelly Dawn and Angie sent you. We got a great picture with her, as you can see on the screen, or if you're listening to it, make sure you go to the YouTube channel and you type in Mother Daughter Ish, and anything that you're listening to on audio, you can absolutely see in visual on our YouTube channel, which we're having a lot of fun with people commenting on. They like the pictures, they like the video that we have on there. They like seeing us in the car driving. I don't know what that's about, but they like seeing us video ourselves in the car on the way to the whatever we're going to. They like when we video us doing particular type of things, and we just find it to be really, really, really fun. So Angie, tell them what they need to do so we can get the channel built up and we can get to our 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 100,000, however many subscribers that are going to help to support the show. I will say to you, before Angie tells you, I will say to you, if you want to continue to support the podcast, we know that you're supporting it by listening to it, and we thank you so much for that. But if you want to further support the podcast by giving us a donation through our Cash App, I was going to say our chat app, through our Cash App, it is $MDI podcast, and you can go right there and you'll see our logo right there on that. You can send us a donation of any amount that you choose, and it does help to support the podcast. In case you don't know, as far as like a podcast, it does cost for the hosting for it to get to you through all of these different modalities on audio, but it also costs to be able to produce the podcast. It also costs to be able to go and do all of the fun things that we're doing to show you what's around town, and when we're out of town, we'll be showing you what's there as well. Any kind of fun activities to make you smile, make you laugh, we're going to show you those as well. So any amount that you can do to support the podcast, we would appreciate it. And all right, your turn, Angie.
Yes, subscribe to our channel, turn your notifications on so you can be aware of our content that we post 3 times a week, which is our Wednesday and Sunday episodes and our Saturday adventures. Like and comment on our content as well so we can engage with you, but definitely share with every woman you know.
Absolutely. And again, if you did not get a chance to tap into the other show that we talked about, Iridology, and you do want to go see Shelly, check out that Iridology show before you go see her. That way you have a little bit of knowledge, because she will sit there and she will talk to you and tell you everything you need to know. But if you know just a little bit before you go, you won't be confused as to what you're getting, what you're receiving. Her prices may have changed. I know they're normally under $100, but her prices may have changed by now because everything has changed. But until next time, thank you for listening and bye for now.
Bye.